Hey, it's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
What's happening?
What's going on, guys?
I'll tell you what's happening.
It's number 70, by the way.
Number 70, episode number 70.
Yeah.
So everybody, hey guys, welcome back. Just a little intro. This is Leo, one of the guys from To The Point podcast. Just a little reminder, don't forget to get that like button and that share, leave a comment down below. And that's all we ask for, we don't ask for anything. We don't ask for no tips. We don't ask for no sponsorships because we don't want anybody to sponsor us and tell us what to say, what not to say, who filter us and stuff like that,
Well, we ain't worth shit anyways.
Well, it doesn't matter,
Nobody want to pay us money.
That's okay, though. I mean, I'm just putting it out there just in case there is somebody that one day wants to say, hey, we'll talk. We could talk.
We do this for fun.
We just do this for fun just because we hang out. Just once a week. It doesn't hurt, Go out there and do what you got to do. Do yourself, Be you, Don't try to be somebody else you're not. Or try to live somebody else's life. Live your life. So this is what we like to do.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm Leo.
I'm Vince.
And we are To the Point podcast. So anyways, what's going on, man? What's up, guys?
A lot of news. Like,
did you guys get those cool glasses for the Eclipse or what?
No, where were those?
I don't know.
Not that there. You really couldn't see much here, anyways. It wasn't nothing.
Did you guys
Just
fly?
another-
Did you guys spend like $1,000 fly to like see the eclipse somewhere, like in
I mean, if I was single,
Niagara Falls or?
No.
No?
I mean, if I was single and maybe like 19, and then have any kids, why not? And if I had money, why not?
I'm sorry, I don't.
I mean, why not? I mean,
I know what it
as
looks
of
like.
right now,
I know what it looks like when the sun isn't producing sun. I get to see that every night.
I know, but
I know it's like moving across it, but
Right.
I don't know. To me, it's just
well, some state like in that one state in what is it, Mazatlan, Mexico or whatever, where like it actually like hit or was actually like going through. I guess it did last at least 45 minutes, or whatever it was.
yeah.
So it did go. So it did go like not like pitch black, but it did
Yeah, I know in
enough to-
Texas it was only like 4 minutes.
Right,
There's
and-
a family that lives there.
right enough to like make the sensor on your vehicle, make the lights turn on. That when it's not too dark,
Right.
but it will turn the lights on or whatever, something like that. I guess it's pretty cool. It is what it is.
I don't know. It's just another event. I was surprised to find out, though, it does happen every 18 months. It's just a matter of where it happens.
Where
Right.
it
It
happened,
won't
yeah.
happen again in that
Right.
specific
area
spot.
for quite some time.
And there's different
Like it might be
eclipses. This is I think a total eclipse. There's what are they
Lunar
called?
eclipse.
Well, that's the moon, but as far as the sun, there's
Right.
there's another word for it. I can't think of it right now. Where it's not quite the same distance. So there's the ring of fire around the moon. That one's
Right.
really cool to see, but it's you can't look at it obviously, but you can't look at the sun any other day either. So
right.
it's just so intriguing that I know here the schools sent out a notice on social media that their kids wouldn't be viewing the eclipse outside at all.
Right.
Like some classes may elect to view it online, but they won't be having any activities outside during
Yeah,
the eclipse. And they were going to treat it as a rainy day protocol where they keep the kids in the school
yeah,
waiting
they're
for
worried
the
about
bus or waiting for their ride.
Right.
They're worried about a lawsuit because some kid was blind looking at it or
it's
something.
Well, I mean,
intriguing to
It's
see.
intriguing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so I don't blame them
Right.
for doing that.
No.
People thought there was freaking that world's coming to an end because the earthquake in New England, 2 earthquakes in New England last week. I think we did the show that day.
I mean, you never
Well, there
know.
was
I mean, it's
7
crazy shit.
more
You never know.
earthquakes in California,
Right.
and there was the one in Taiwan, and it's just, but this shit happens all the time. It's
Well,
Right,
course.
that's not really anything
Yeah.
new.
no. So, anyways, here in Florida, you really couldn't see
Nah.
shit. Like, it's like, but people
Vince,
were going crazy
yeah.
for it. They're flocking to these areas in the States. It was like a 125-mile wide path from Mexico, like you said, all the way up to where?
Texas.
Texas,
Yeah, but it went
went
all
up to
the way-
Canada, Niagara
Did it?
Falls, yeah.
Right, yeah. So it was like people were flocking to that zone all
Right.
around the freaking
They actually
continent.
showed a path on it on the Weather Channel, I think it was today, where almost like it was a hurricane. Like the path that as it was going to go.
The next one that's going to happen here is not going to be until, you want to take a guess? Here.
Here
I don't know
in
if
Florida?
I don't know if we would be in the totalitarian zone, or if it was just in North America.
They're probably
think
talking
it's
about
in,
North America.
I think it's my father-in-law side. He would be 40 or 94 years old or whatever. So in another 20 years.
Yeah, 20 to 25
20
years.
to 25
that's
years.
what they had seen to 20
So this is what I told him,
Yep.
So I told him, I was like, you know what, John? I said,
You gonna make it.
I was like, you know what? I think you just fucking jinxed yourself. It's giving me goosebumps because I told him, I was like, you know what? I think you just jinxed yourself. So whenever you're 90-something years old, I was like, I'm going to tell you.
You're going to watch it with him?
Well, we were watching it on TV, and I told him, I was like, I'm going to tell you, whenever you're 90-something 4 years old, hey, remember you said you were going to watch another one? I said, here you go. He's like, well, maybe. I was like, well, you just jinxed yourself. You are.
Yeah.
Because you never know, man.
If he makes it that far.
Yeah.
My grandmother's 94.
Well,
She'll
because
be
I told
95
him,
in June.
because
Technically, he can go to another country and see it before then.
Well, yeah, but I told him, because
there's people that do that.
Yeah,
they chase these eclipses
for sure.
around the world. And,
and of course, weather and
because you can
geographic
beat the
people,
eclipse.
for sure.
Some people do it for a living, which I understand that.
Yeah, but just the airfare from Mexico to places like Niagara Falls, they said travel was crazy, and it was from people chasing these eclipses.
Could you imagine?
See them in these areas? You won't see them again for another 20, 25 years.
Could you imagine if you're like catch a flight right at the exact time so that you could be crossing or flying, that airplane is flying right through it, so you could like, because there's got to be people that do that shit.
There was people with private jets that probably do that.
And they say it like in the very perfect part, it's like 4.5 minutes of darkness.
Right.
Can you imagine that just in the middle of the day? Now, can you imagine that happening 4,000 years ago?
Yeah, no.
5,000 years ago?
When you didn't know
just
what
a
it was,
poor farmer
what was going
or
on.
fisherman, something like that.
Doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Like, just looks up and is like, whoa, what is this going on? And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, maybe it was just the sky, or maybe just a cloud, or.
I watched it. Got me thinking. I watched an episode of the Y-Files, the most recent one about the Anunnaki, and it's to me, it's just a fantasy because I know where we come from, but it's intriguing this story, and it paints a picture like that, and that kind of stuff could have happened, like
for sure.
Ignorant, like pre-humans see disaster coming and nothing to do,
Right.
Yeah, so Eclipse, the people have just been going crazy over it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's different. Something else to look forward, or something else to look. People to be about.
Yeah.
It's stuff that happens in the world, in the galaxy. In the outside and the stuff like that. It is pretty cool, man. Like you said, back in the days, how did these farmers know what was going on? Like, how they just went, they went by like the sign of the sun. Okay, well, if the sun is at this time, and if my shadow is facing at this time, it's this time. You know what I'm saying? Like they would go by the shadow.
They could tell by shadows. They would go by the time of the day.
About what time? The ancient calendars, right? And astrology. They know more about astrology than, like Plato 2,500 years ago knew more about it than we do now.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Though, like like how cool, like back then, how did they know that that's what was gonna, like, not what was happening at that time, It'd be like, all of a sudden be like, it is 4 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it's, wait a minute, my shadow went away, like, where's it at?
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's pretty cool.
You should look up the Devil Comet, or I think it's called the Devil Comet. It's this comet that comes in our orbit every 1,000 years or something like that, and I think right now it's actually in our orbit. So people are tying all this stuff together, and they're making fantasies out of it.
Right.
We're on Facebook, Rumble, X, and YouTube right now. We're going to drop 2 of them, I think, to save some bandwidth and give you something to come over to watch on Rumble. You guys cool with that? We're going to talk about...
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
We're going to talk about...
For sure.
We got a Sleepy Joe video. We got The Rock. We got some local wacko politicians in Brevard County. So if you're local, make sure you follow us on Rumble, To The Point Podcast. The nuke attack by Ukraine. Some shit going down in Brazil. Ecuador and Mexico. We could see a war, our neighbor at war with Ecuador right now. And who else? Oh, Morgan Wallen. got arrested.
Just got arrested.
Yep, and some chemtrails in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's what we were going to talk about.
Something about him and his little axe or something.
Yeah, so, you know, if you want to catch any of that shit or you want to comment or something like that, come on over. Kind of a lazy
for
day,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You got anything you want to talk about while we're still on Facebook?
No, I'm good. No, because then they'll cut
Facebook.
me off. They'll cut me off if I say what I got to say. So, I'm cool.
Well, what do you got to say? Who do you got to say it about?
No, nothing. Just something about this. Yeah, it's just.
So we're local to Indian River County here.
Maybe something about the jab.
Sorry about the dog.
That's all right. Maybe something about the jab. You know what I'm saying, Vince?
What about it, Leo?
I don't know. Like, where is it at?
What do you mean?
Like, where's it at now?
I mean, people are still getting
people are still
their routine
people are still
shots.
dying too.
I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people are still getting it, but like, at what what boost are we at now?
Oh, who knows? I wonder what the percentage of the people that are still getting it versus how many people had got it and then stopped.
Right.
Because most people I know that got it have stopped, like haven't been getting the boosters.
Anyways, let's carry this on over to...
Switch us over real quick, and I'll tell you guys what the percentage.
Catch us on X at tothepoint.com. That's the number 2, thepoint.dot.com, C-O-M. On X and on Rumble, just search for To The Point Podcast. Make sure you give us a follow. We got 3 channels over there. To The Point Podcast, To The Point Shorts, and Indian River Connections, which we'll be adding some content to soon, we hope. And we'll see you over there. Peace out.